Welcome back to The Rhode Show. This morning in The Buzz,
How
much does your smartphone really know about me and you and you and you and you? Well, that's what members of Congress want to find out. After reports that users' locations were being stored in the phones, lawmakers called some of the top technology companies to Capitol Hill yesterday to talk about privacy, which is very important. Now, representatives from Apple and Google told Congress that by gathering information about a user's location, they're actually providing pretty valuable services that consumers want. The privacy debate became an issue a couple of weeks ago when researchers found smartphones like the iPhone and Android store information about where we've been. Many mobile apps then share users' information with third parties to tailor the ads they receive on those phones. Some people think it may just be a sign of the times.
This day and age, it's going to happen. Big Brother's out there and everyone knows what you're doing at all times.
It kind of bothers me that they know where I am at all times.
To have people seeing where you are, that's kind of sort of creepy.
All right, well, it may be kind of creepy. It's also how some of those smartphones' most popular features actually work. Lawmakers say, though, something has to change. They're still gathering research, but both parties agree the current privacy laws really need an upgrade. Both Apple and Google point out their location-based services are optional and users can turn them off. I don't know, guys. I mean, do you think it's an invasion of privacy, these apps? And the way they work?
To a certain extent. I mean, there's one way. I want them to know where I am because, of course, if I'm using a GPS, they need to know where I am in order to direct me to where I want to go.
Right.
And, you know, there's always, like, if you're lost or, God forbid, something happens, you can track people using this, you know, the chip in your phone and all that. So I, of course, think, you know, even when you're Googling something, I know if I'm in Boston, let's say, and I start to type something, it's going to give me the list of things that are closer to that area. Like, maybe you mean this because I know you're in this zip code, so...
I just think it's the price you pay for that instant gratificating world that we now live in.
I do
Because if you want things quickly and you want answers to your problems, directions, you know, whatever, it's right there, and there's got to be a way to get it right there, and they got to know where you are. So
I don't have a problem with it.
What's private anymore? Anyway,
I mean, and who is sitting? Think about how many people have a smartphone in this world now. Do you think there's somebody like at this motherboard watching, going, "Oh, Michaela Johnson is in Boston right now. I'm going to go stalk her." Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think we need to worry about things like that. And those ads that are tailored, it's already happening on your regular laptop. You know what I mean? Like the websites that I normally search, all of a sudden I see, you know, ads for Ann Taylor. Sorry, I shop at Ann Taylor. Whatever, you know what I mean? Or something like that on the side of your screen. So it's happening at your home. What's the big deal about it happening on your smartphone too?
I think the only thing that's private anymore is what goes on inside the four walls of your home, your apartment, your condominium, and all that. And sometimes that ain't even private. But you know, for the most part,
well, if you have cameras everywhere.
Well, some people do. You know, Skype, all that stuff. But you know, I mean, I've sort of given up on the fact that I'm worried about, like, you know, what's that stuff, fraud, and you know, someone gets your credit card or Social Security, all that.
Right.
But you know, think about how many times you give out your Social Security number, you apply for a credit card, or you buy a house, or you buy a car, or you go to the whatever store. You know, you're always giving it out, and I mean, you just got to hope that it's not getting in the hands of the wrong people.
Well, and for so many of those apps are, like you said, for a credit card, if you don't provide that information, you can't get them.
You don't get it.
So you have to, you know, you have to provide a certain amount of personal information in order to get the things that you want.
Can I settle a score real quickly before we head over to Courtney about yesterday's buzz when we talked about a split, you know, with celebrity couples and stuff. And we talked about Kate Middleton and the Prince and how long their honeymoon was going to last. And Patrick said, oh, he can take off as much time as he wants, blah, 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 blah.
And you said 2 weeks or less.
I said 2 weeks or less. We just read a story on Fox that said 2 weeks or less. He has to get back to his job with the royal whatever. Look at, he's clenching his jaw.
Do you feel better about yourself now?
No, I just wanted to say, because you were very heated about that. You said, he's going to be the king and he can take as much time as he wants off. And I said,
I said he could if he wanted to.
But he can't, because he's got a very important job.
Oh, you know, are you enjoying pumping your own tires over here?
No, but our viewers may want to know about the royal honeymoon, so I wanted to pass it along. It's a 2-week engagement.
For answers to all of your questions, just log on to WPRI.com and search Danielle North.
That's mean. It's just a
You're
quick
being
update.
mean to me.
No, I'm just telling you that you're wrong. Anyway, Courtney. This is a nice follow-up.
Please
Or
save
actually-
us from this.
We appreciate it.
Oh, Patrick.
Oh, you too. I'll tell you. You take your little smartphones and play some Farmville games while we here are talking about smartphone privacy. Some interesting points on the live blog and on Facebook. So let's start on foxprovidence.com. First, this is from Smokey Wolf. She doesn't think it invades privacy. She said, I think people are thinking they can really actually see you and everything you do, but that isn't true. And this one here is from Joe. He says, I'm not concerned about the smartphone feature. If we want all the features such as GPS, then we have to sacrifice our privacy to enjoy the smartphone features. Bottom line, that's how the smartphones are designed. If you don't want one, don't buy one. Here's the poll right underneath that live blog. Do you think smartphones are invading your privacy? A, yes, I'm worried and it creeps me out. B, no, that's how the phone features work. We've got a few comments from some new friends on our Facebook wall. This first one's from Donna Mitchell. She says, double sword question. I don't like the idea of someone knowing where I am at all times, but I do like to know where the best place for Italian food is in Tampa. And Stephen Cody says, absolutely, I think they are invading our privacy. But I think they're looking at the big picture about our use and location, compiling hundreds of thousands of users together. I don't think they're really interested if I'm at the drugstore or the beach. And Jordan Harris said, I wasn't forced to purchase my iPhone, and I knew full well it had those features when I went to buy it. He said, in fact, those GPS features were a selling point. So it seems not too many people are worried, but our poll always reveals something different at the end of the show. So we'll see what you guys all say then. But